Hello everybody, this is Dusty Circuit here, and welcome to Player of the Month on ACO.
Welcome. Hopefully everyone had a good past month. We had a pretty big month last month. We had our 100 party. What else we have? We had prom, graduation. So we had quite a busy past few weeks, past month or so. We turned 100. Yeah, I wish that I'd be nice wearing old match clothes that don't match and yelling at the price of peas and all that fun
You
stuff
aren't
you get
ready?
to do. Actually, I do. Riley will tell you, I don't dress very well. So anyway, so welcome guys. Today's, like I mentioned a little bit ago, today's meeting is going to be a little short. We're going to go over a few things. We're going to honor the player of the month that you guys all voted in. And then we will also have a wither fight directly after. But the meeting itself is going to be a little bit shorter, and that's just because we're eliminating a lot of the just the regular chit chat that's in the meetings, as well as a lot of farm questions. So again, if you guys have questions about farms, or you have a farm idea or farm suggestion, or let's say you want to make a smelter, but you're not sure if it's going to be acceptable or not, all of that stuff goes into the farm channel. And then, like I said, we do have a farm team that goes in and kind of assists players and then does the maintenance on our farms. So even if you're just concerned about one of our existing farms, put it in that channel because they'll be the ones to see that. All right, so getting started. Yes, yes, Telly, please make sure you do that for me. All right, so we're gonna start with the player of the month. And so this month we had almost a unanimous vote with record number of votes. And sounds like we got some Animal Crossing going on while we Hope, you want to tell us your turnip prices, Hope?
Nice.
We all need your
Y'all be quiet.
again, it's
That was
possible.
perfect.
Silly.
What was that?
What can you?
Do the talk part.
It was Animal
little bit-
Crossing, DJ.
So
Okay.
That was perfect.
anyway, yeah.
Silly
Perfect timing too.
It reminds me to really quickly turn my volume down on mine. But no. So this month we had a player that stood out. They stood out for a few reasons. They stood out because of some things that they offered to the community. We had a party that they had planned and done. This player has helped with multiple community builds, as well as assisting in the planning of a couple of our most recent events. This player's also had a really, really hard time in the last few weeks. And instead of isolating themselves and removing themselves, they actually are still here, and we've been supporting them. But at the same time, they've been giving back to the community throughout all of this. So it was almost unanimous. So Moodle, I'm sorry, she's now Moodles. Please go ahead and come on up wherever you is. Congratulations.
I got a screenshot.
Congratulations, Moodle.
So
Stop,
congratulations, Moodles. If you want to hop on up here, I'll take your photograph really quick, aka screenshot. So you want to have it with the although it is kind of fitting to have the
Can I get a photo as well?
Yeah, you guys can come take photos. Telly, if you want to start on the side.
Can you stand
What are
next
the
to her?
numbers on the vote?
Actually, we like to just, I mean, I can if you want, but this is her day. So
Okay, I got it.
congratulations, Moodle. If you guys want to do some snaps, really exciting. So I love it when you guys rally behind a player and support a player. And I really love it when that player that's being supported also turns around and still continues to be amazing and give to the community. So congratulations, Moodle. Everyone left some very nice words for you, which I will pass along to you. So
Did you see the area that we Emma's on that made?
I did. I saw that. You guys did a great job. I know quite a few of you guys worked on that, and that's pretty awesome. I'll just say she's had multiple areas made. We've had quite a few people put together stuff for her, and I'm not going to speak for her, but I can definitely tell you she's very appreciative of all of it. So, Moodle, did you want to say anything? Or?
Speech.
You don't have to. I'm not at all putting you on. So just definitely, she's appreciative of everyone's support and kind words and the things that you guys do for her. So thank you for that. So Moodle, congratulations. We'll get your signs up. Actually, can I have you stand there one more time now that I have your sign? There we go. With the potato. Nice. Thank you, Moodle. Okay, so congrats to Moodle. And then I just have a few things that I kind of want to go over, guys, as far as ACO news. One of the things that kind of came up this morning, and I feel like I've been saying this the last few meetings, is we really need to start taking care of our Discord. And part of that is using the correct channels. One of the things I've really kind of prided myself on in the past is the fact that we have not had to really have channel police. For those of you that are in staff, you've seen that happen, or if you're in Patreon, you've seen that happen, where one player will post something and then, someone's like real quick to say hashtag off topic or hashtag this. We haven't really ever had to do that here because for the most part, everyone's really been pretty good about it. But we have times where, someone will say something like, what'd you have for lunch? And then that'll turn into a whole conversation about pizza in the Gen channel. We really need to keep that stuff to the correct channels. And I'm going to slowly start really enforcing that. And I don't want to have to do that. So guys, just take responsibility. If you guys see a funny tweet and it's something you want to post it in off topic. If you guys, had the most amazing lunch in the world, post it in food. If you see the cutest cat in the world, post it in pets and animals. So we have all these wonderful channels, but yet Jen seems to be the catch-all. And I do understand why. It's because some players don't look at pets and animals and some players don't look at off topic, but everybody looks at Jen. And so players are so players tend to put stuff in Gen when they know they really shouldn't. We've really got to stop doing that. I don't like to ping, but I do ping for very important things such as, player of the month meeting, or if we're having, a random spawn party. But I'm getting complaints that people are like, I got a ping. I go back and look, and 122 messages later, I find the ping. And the 122 that's in between are often just people chit-chatting. So we just really need to be more aware of not doing that because it's frustrating other players as well as frustrating admins. Okay, so from now on, make sure you guys are using the correct channels. If you can't, I'm just going to start deleting the messages, and I don't want to do that because what you have to say might be important, but just in the wrong channel. So you guys are all old enough. You're over 15. You know how to use the channels. Just make sure you're doing it. And if you're concerned that what you want to say is not going to get, seen, you always have the option of going into Jen and saying, guys, can you please take a minute and look in and then do the hashtag off topic. And then that way it'll get the attention to it. Now, we can't have a conversation happening from that. It's just more of you guys guiding someone to the channel that you want them to see. All right. Along that lines, we do have quite a few new players. I want to go over a few things. We don't encourage private messaging, and but it's not against the rule per se. We can't tell you who you can and cannot private message. It's your Discord. It's a form of a social media. It's yours. But the rule that we do have is no discussing it. And the reason for that is we don't want anyone to feel left out. We don't, if I say to Alyssa, hey, I sent you the funniest DM, then maybe Jakey's going to be like, well, wait, I want to see the DM. Why does nobody send me funny DMs? That's an example. Okay. So we just don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we don't do that. And I've been seeing again, it's starting to happen a little bit. So you guys just be very, very responsible with that. If you do, if you do choose to DM a player, first of all, you need to make sure you have permission to do that. Some players do not like to get DMs; they don't like it. So don't just ever, start bombarding with people with messages. If someone tells you, "Please don't DM me," don't do it. This has come up a few times as well, where people will get messages after they've already said don't. Again, it's a form of a social media, but it's also their social media. It's their Discord, and they can choose who they want to message in that. You guys always have the option of using the private channels. You know that. And if you guys want to be put into a private typing channel, that's always an option as well. So keep that in mind. All right, so that kind of goes over that. Okay, the chill channel.
Chilly.
still is a little bit not so chill. So we need to make sure that that remains that way. If we continue to not be able to be chill channel, we're probably just going to remove the channel because it's frustrating to the players that are in it that want to be part of talks, but they don't want to be they don't want people in there laughing hysterically or being upset about this or that. It's just literally a channel that we're just all vibing in it, right? We're just chilling out. We want to be together, we want to be with other people, but we don't want to have a lot of conversations going, and especially ones that are making our brains hurt or have to think. Okay, so remember that chill channel. Otherwise, go to Jen. Jen was the default forever. Let's let it go back to that. And then if people just are like, okay, this call is a little loud, then go to chill. Now, if everybody goes over to chill, what happens? It becomes loud again. So just really, really be careful with that. Let's see. New player shulkers. Some of you are taking them still. Why? I don't understand this. You're
a
not
new
new
player.
players. Nope, you're not a new player. You're existing. But some of
Tell
you are
anyone.
still bench. Please just mute, please. Please mute. So some of you are taking some of you are taking these. Thank you. Some of you are taking these new player shulkers that are not new players. We went through. I refilled them. I think it holds 9 if I remember right, and I refilled them after like 3 days, and none of the players that took those 9 were new players. It is not a place for you to come get food. It's not a place for you to come get gear. It is something that we offer our new players so that their first night they're not literally stuck out there, especially if they hit the random TB button. They're not just stuck out there. So please, guys, those are not, and I know who took them. You guys do know I can see all that. So please, from here on out, don't make me have to talk to you individually. Just respect the new player shulkers, respect that stuff. It's just like when we do events and we tell you guys take one. Same thing, just take one. All right. Modrex. I want to talk to you guys really quickly about Modrex because this is something that I don't think we've gone over in quite a while. When you guys are doing a Modrec for a portal, when you do /modrec, it's really important that you stand how you want to come out of the portal. So when you do /modrec, stand on the end that you want to come out. Sometimes players do modrecs standing right in the middle, like inside the portal. And I don't know which way you would like to exit the portal. And so sometimes I have to guess. If you happen to be online, I'll ask, but otherwise it's a little confusing and I just don't know. And sometimes I will do it what way I think, and then I get a message back saying, no, Blue, you did it the wrong way. Well, it's not that I did it the wrong way. It's just that there was no clear way of saying how to do it. So please stand where you would like to come out of it. And then secondly, if you are not going to place a sign and have the obsidian ready in your portal room, I'm about to stop doing the second half of the Modrec. And the reason why is there's no portal to put it in. So I will have to then take the time to make a portal for you. And then if I'm making a portal for you, I don't know where you want it. I don't know what the design of your room is going to be like. And so it can be a little bit it causes problems because that means later I know I'm going to have to move it. So from now on, I want you guys to make it very clear, put a sign that says like here or portal here, and then and make sure the obsidian is ready to go. The only exception to this really is kind of the new player with their very first portal, because sometimes they need to get out, they need to have that, they'll end up doing the out and then they can't get themselves back in. Just make a random TP in their portal room. Yeah. So it's just one of those things. So we just need to be very aware of that. And so when you're doing the mod rec, now, if you want it in a very specific spot, and for whatever reason you don't have a sign to say here Blue or here, then do a mod rec and a second mod rec and say, please put portal here. That way I know where it goes. It's actually how we used to do it. It used to be mod recs used to be done in two steps. First mod rec is please light this portal. Second mod rec is please put this portal here. You don't have to do that as long as it's very clear to me where you want the portal placed. Okay. Does anyone, before we move on, does anyone have any very specific questions just about that?
A status does not give coordinates.
Yes. Okay. Comment is comment. So some of you will do a comment and say my other side here. Comment does not give me coordinates. It just literally lets me read a comment to your initial coordinates. So same thing. Don't use that. Don't put a comment, or you can put a comment if you have something you want to add to say to me, but don't do a comment and say put it here because it's not going to tell me anything. Also, make sure you guys have enough portal areas. You get 10 right now, 10. So if it's number 11, guess what I'm not doing? I'm not placing the portal. I do count.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. I think we only have one more thing to talk about. Let's see here.
Man,
Um,
this is the fast player of the month.
it is, and it's nice, isn't it? So one other thing really quick I want to talk about is language. And that is the use of oh, that's right, two more things. Thanks, Alyssa. Two more things, and that is language. You guys all are aware we're an older server. We do allow some cussing, but it has to be done appropriately. That means it has to be done reactionary only, and it has to be done in voice chat. And the reason for that is if you're having to take out the time to type it, it's not as reactionary because you're actually having to stop what you're doing and type. Doesn't mean you can't still be upset, and that's why you are doing it. But at the same time, it means that you're taking the time to type it. Now, a couple of reasons why we do not allow typing of cuss words in game is because let's say Dusty's recording. Let's say Dusty's doing a video for whatever reason and he's recording. And all of a sudden in the game chat, here's the F word or here's other cuss words because you're mad because you died in lava and you lost your stuff. Very, very good reason to cuss, yes, but you typed it. And then what happens is now Dusty can't use that chunk of his video. If he does, he chances maybe losing his YouTube rank on Notcraft. So it's really important you don't. Now, I've had players ask, well, what if I do it in /R? Like, what if I'm typing in a channel or I'm typing to a friend? Can I then? The answer is still no, because you know how easy it is to forget the /R? Very easy. Ask me, I do it all the time. Or you can /R the wrong person. That's always happens too. Sometimes I'll be at the very end of something I'm sending someone and another message comes in 2 seconds before, and now I just sent the wrong thing. I think you have all done that. It happens.
Yes.
So /R is /reply. It's basically /message. Yeah. So you don't have to type out /message in the person. You can just do /R. Yeah, there's a few ways to do it. But anyway, so just no cussing with typing in game. This is really, really important. It gets seen on console, so you can imagine us as the admins are watching it going, okay, guys, we said not to do it. It's still happening. So just please be very, very careful with that. In voice, you guys are familiar. It's allowed, but no cussing at a person, even if it's in a joking manner, just cannot happen. Has to be, like I said, pretty much reactionary only. And it can't happen during events, special anything like what's happening right now, like a meeting, anything where we have a large call, things like this. If you're really upset about something and you want to talk to someone and a cuss word's going to happen because it happens like that, go into private with somebody. Take your conversation somewhere else, basically, is what I'm saying. So, all right. The last thing we wanted to bring up is custom font. Some of you are using custom font for things like weapons, things like that. It is affecting console. It's affecting it for some reason. When it happens, it messes with what we can see, and we lose chunks of what we're able to see from other players as well, and that just can't happen. Because of that, we had to make the decision: no more custom font on weapons. Alyssa, do you want to add to that or explain a little bit better?
I don't know how much detail you want me to provide, but
It just maybe just a general why. I mean, it affects. She could explain it a little bit better than I can as all, but basically it just is affecting us.
There are a couple of administration plugins that we use on the server, and the custom fonts that are currently in use by a couple of players have been causing those plugins to generate errors, and then the recovery causes us to lose information in console.
There you go. Much better than how I could say it. Yeah. So because of that, guys. Yeah, and sorry about that. I know it's just fun for you that I know you guys like to do things like that. But unfortunately, we just have to ask you at this point to change the names on those. If you have questions, a very, very specific question, like, if this is doing, can we have languages on it? Interesting. You know what? Let me get back to you on that, Ben. Let me talk to the admins. We'll talk about it and see. My guess is it's going to be no, because somebody's killed by something. They're not going to know what it says, and they might start to get paranoid that it's something against them or very offensive. And again, this is just, we have to think about all these things. But I will for sure let you know after the meeting.
Void, it covers everything. To answer your question, so weapons, signs, anywhere where custom fonts are used in game.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question about that? Like,
Go for it.
arrows,
Mhm.
like I have like arrows on my shop line, so it's easier for people to know where to go. Like diagonal arrows, those kind of stuff. Are those
Oh. We haven't seen any issues with the standard alt codes that were in use before recently. What we've been seeing is the font that has become popular on the server fairly recently.
okay?
Yeah,
Is what's causing issues.
I think it's more the fonts right now. So, all right. Now, a couple real quick announcements. Pride is coming up, the 20th.
Yay!
If any of you guys need skins made, you would like a Pride skin, but you just aren't very good at making them, or you don't know how to make one, no worry. Please put in, this is something you can put in Gen and just say, is somebody able to make me a Pride skin? And we have multiple players on the server that know how to do it and like it. And so somebody will get with you and see if you'd like a skin made. So now I want to bring up one quick thing. Pride is going to be on the 20th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. That is what we have had set, but we're going to try something a little different. Our events are getting big, and with big events come very big voice calls, as you guys are familiar. We had a few players that normally come to our events that did not come to the 100 party because they were concerned with how big the call was. So what we're doing to try to fix this is we are going to be having 2 events now. So we are going to be doing an AM and like a morning event, and then we're going to be doing an afternoon event, so that players, because some of the American players, it's morning for them, they're just not up in time. They wake up late. Jakey waked up late and missed it and was quite upset. So if we split it and we have 2 events, an AM, and then obviously that would be just later in the day, that's going, you had an alarm at 10:55. That's going to allow you guys to be able to pick and choose which of the events that you would like to come to. We're going to do the exact same thing at both events, the same kind of celebration, the same gifts, the same games, things like that. But it will give you a chance to not have to be upset. You know, like if you miss it, it's okay. You can catch the next one. Or something like, even you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Your family might want to go see a movie or go out to eat, or and you're like, no, I have this event, and of course your parents are gonna be like, okay, so you miss it. You know, but you know, to you guys it's important. So having 2 separate times, I think, will really help out with things like, you know, the large call, so many people on at once. If some of you that want to talk, but there's just so many people, it might give you a chance to do that. So we're going to try this. We're going to see how it works with Pride, and then we will decide, you know, after kind of what we want to do from here on out with events. But for some events, obviously, we're not going to be able to split up. But for things like Pride, I think it's a great place to do that, because it lets you guys come on, have fun. If you can't be there at one specific time, maybe you can be there at the next one. The Pride event is on the 20th, Turtle. It's the day before ACs. It's the day before ACs. What's that?
Does that mean I'll actually get some sleep next time?
Yes, Dan, this means you get to not have to get up at 4 a.m. So,
I feel
okay,
really
so
tired.
now here's the question, and we, as admins, the first thing all 3 of us said is people are going to want to go to both, right? Because everyone's afraid of missing out and they don't want to miss out. We are heavily encouraging you to not go to both. If you go to both, it really defeats the purpose of this. And then now we've had 2 chaotic events in the same day where people are like, I can't handle the too much chat. So please just pick an event. Pick if you want to go to the AM or if you want to go to the PM. I think the times we decided on are 2 p.m. Eastern Standard and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Was that it, Alyssa, if I remember right? So we would have like a 4-hour chunk. Am I remembering that?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that or we were even gonna. I think we were even talking about going up an hour on the other one. So anyway, so I will post I will post for you guys. So basically, Nin, that would be like 11 a.m. for us or 3 or 2 p.m. I think we had it worked out. I will post the times so that you guys will know and you guys can decide which one you want to go to, but the idea is go to the one that works best for you. If you know the evening, for the UK players, that's 7 p.m. for the first one. So if your first one's at 7 p.m. and the second one is at 11 p.m. or midnight, you're not necessarily going to want to go to that one. So pick the one that works best for you, and that's how we're able to kind of split it up and get the players each having a full event that they can go to, but then also not feeling very overwhelmed that we have so many players. Honestly, like 6 different players told me at the 100 event that they were either there only for a little bit or didn't show up entirely because of anxiety of the large events and the large calls. I take that pretty serious because I want everyone to feel included and everyone to feel like they can be a part of things. And if we have to break some of this stuff up for that to happen, that's what we'll do. We are an autism Minecraft server. And so the idea is we cater 100% to autistics, and autistics often feel overwhelmed. So this is kind of a solution for that. But in order for it to work, make sure please that you try to pick one. I understand a few of you are going to go to both. But let's try to not, if at all possible. All right. So that's it for the stuff I have to announce. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Play Hitman. The next Hitman is actually getting ready to start. We will be starting Hitman on Monday, the 22nd. So I will be setting up some signups for those of you that want to do that. So Monday the 22nd, that gives you guys a few weeks to get set, start getting your potions made, start getting your potions made, and what else is it that you guys usually do?
And sail.
Fight.
Yeah, so potions made, your gear made, your arrows
Kill
made.
each other.
Yeah, so if you're interested in Hitman,
And
I
sails.
will be posting more about Hitman. We have a Hitman channel. And Hitman's Canada because oh yeah, I told you it was soon, Boyd. It's a summer. We do it in the summer.
Floyd's gonna like this.
Oh boy, this is Boyd's favorite time of year is Hitman. So
Christmas comes early for
Yes,
him.
it is Void.
we usually try to do it a few times a year. So we did a spring. This is gonna be our summer. Yeah. So anyway, so if you guys,
What was that?
I
What
don't know
was that?
what that was.
I don't even
Guys,
know
if
what
you could stay muted, we won't have this issue if you guys are muted. Please mute. Everybody, please
muting.
mute. Thank you. So anyway, so yeah, so get your gear in order, get everything together that you want to do, or that you want to have for it. You have a few weeks notice. Okay. What's your question?
For the Pride event, what is gonna happen there?
You have to wait and see. It's a surprise. So
Okay.
yeah, that's
Always the surprise.
typically just how the events are. Yeah. So
I
it's
thought he was gonna
already.
give us like a clue.
Nope. I will give clues as it gets a little closer, but yeah, it'll be
Like
fun.
you do
It's
with
alright,
your
we'll be
prom.
close enough.
What's that?
Like you do with prom.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have some build up. The entire month we are celebrating. You guys see our spawn. You see the karaoke bar. You see everything that we've done. I mean, we're celebrating the entire month. So
I see you.
so just yeah. So enjoy. Come. Make sure you guys are all around spawn gathering the flags if you want the banners. And let me see. I think that
How
was
many banners are there?
5.
Can I
There's
just
6.
say go to karaoke on Sunday?
Oh,
Well, everybody should be at karaoke on Sunday. By the way, for those, hold on 1 second. For those, I talked to Zeddy this week, and he's actually going to be looking at adjusting the time of his treasure hunt so that helpers and players that want to do both are able to. So for those of you that have had to pick and choose between karaoke or the hunt, he would very much like you to do both. And I think he's moving his up an hour. So yep, so for those of you that have helped out, a lot of helpers help with it. So this was just a good way that we were able to do both.
Can I ask now?
What's your question?
Are we gonna have to fill out a form or whatever for the Pride event or whatever? Like on what time we're going?
No, just go to
Just show
one.
up.
Just pick one. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't need a number. We're not the Pride event is not like a contest one where I need numbers, anything like that. So now, if it was like a tournament, obviously we'd need to know because people would have to sign up when we'd be making the charts. But no, you're fine. Let's see. Hold on. One more thing to announce, and that's Buddy and Ben. If you guys want to explain the new community portal.
Oh, was it ready?
Well, it's not.
It will be up in the next few days.
It'll be up in the next few days, and everyone's here, so now's a good time to talk about it.
So basically, in general, what it is, it's just a big, giant public community farm for food. Where is the farm? Silence, Amanda. It's just a big wheat field, potatoes, carrots, all that. We have an animal farm and everything there. There'll be sugarcane, cactus. We even have a little tree farm. So pretty much just all that it's all gonna be manual. So we don't allow technology there. There are no peas potatoes there. Also, we're gonna have an area for you to put food from wither fights, leftover food there, just so if you never need food, you just go there and get some and go ahead and leave. Leave and get out so you get it. So, yeah.
Sounds pleasing. I don't know how else to say.
It's great, especially for newer players who don't have established bases yet or don't have established farm or a food source, things like that. Also, from here on out, that is where we're going to be putting the extra food from the wither fights. So if you guys, at the end of the wither fight, I always encourage you guys collect up the food because new players don't necessarily have a lot of food. So the food bank is actually going to go there. That's where the food will go. No more putting stuff in the nether hub, guys. Like, I don't know how many more times I can say this. Don't just put stuff in the nether hub. Even if it's something like food that you're giving someone, because that's you taking it upon yourself to be able to put stuff in the nether hub and give it away like that. It just doesn't work that way. Remember, this is like we're all sharing one big house, and that's the living room. You each have your own bedrooms, and you can do whatever you want in your bedrooms. But in the living room, you just don't do that. You don't go buy a piece of furniture and put it in the middle of the room because you want to when nobody else doesn't want you to. So it's kind of one of those things. 100-player house, exactly.
Blue, I have a question.
Correct.
Hold on, I'm not done.
That would be insane.
So just we have to be very courteous of each other. So no putting things, no changing the flowers, no just adding shulkers. Even if you're just giving something away, just don't. Just wait and ask, and an admin will find a spot to put it, which we did with the stuff the food that was out there. We found a little spot for it. But now that the farm's open, the food will go in there. Also, really quick, some of you have mailboxes in front of your portal rooms, like literally in the hallway. Those need to be removed. We have a post office. You can go and claim a box in the post office. If you do not want a post office box, you can have a post box, but it needs to be either attached to your portal or in your portal room. One or the other, but not actually in the hallway. Mod, you have a box in your hallway from somebody from like a month
that's
ago.
void trank. Let me clean it up.
Pick it up. Thank you. Yeah, you guys clean up after yourselves. Like I said, again, think of it as our big house. And if I'm walking up and down the halls, I don't want there to just be chests in the way. We want it to look nice and stay clean looking. So I do over everything.
Blue, I have a few questions.
Okay, hold on. So real quickly, what's your question?
Adam and Alice, and with it, and in the Nether Hub, sometimes when I'm AFK there, I come back and see my inventory full of random stuff from the community chest. Could we stop doing that possibly?
What do you mean? Is people putting it into your inventory?
Yeah, people just empty community chest.
I think that's almost low-key funny. My suggestion is just don't AFK in there. AFK in one of your portals or your room. So that's just a cute little. I mean, I wouldn't take that.
I think that's a me problem.
That's a you problem. If I was there, I'd probably be doing it to you too.
It's not me.
That's just having a little fun. That's not being harassing. It's not bullying. It's just literally just being silly.
And Autumn Alice. And Autumn Alice.
That's one of the things I was going to bring up.
Oh, the mascot. So right now we have no control over. It's a glitch. What's happening is the entities are, when we do restarts, they're coming in before the walls are coming in. even if it's just a millisecond. And what's happening is they're escaping. So I think what we're either going to have to do is just remove him for right now until it gets fixed, the glitch is fixed, and then we can put him back. We can definitely roll him back and put him back where he belongs. But right now, there's nothing that we can do about it. And right now, it seems to be a daily issue with, people trying to get him. And also, we did check, and it was he killed himself. That's why he's broken into little pieces. Nobody did anything. It was himself.
Oh, can we just keep him in the jail?
If you guys want to, that's up to you. I mean, I think we should just have him removed for the time being until we can get him back up in his home properly, because what's happening is he's just going to keep killing. He's eliminating himself basically.
Rest in peace, Automalus 2. Automalus 3 coming
Yeah,
soon.
I think at this point, just having him removed and then we can just put him back. It looks like everyone's agreeing by the chat, so we'll go ahead and do that today. I'll get him removed today. I'll do it in a very humane way, okay, guys?
Yeah,
It will be done with the utmost respect possible.
Can I kill it?
No, none of you. Leave
No
him
one is
alone.
killing
Leave him alone.
It is a hot number.
Seriously, do we
Let me
need
kill
this?
it.
We don't need drama, guys. Stop
We don't
it.
need drama. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions regarding player of the week or player of the month? I'm sorry.
Death will do his part.
I
something to say.
I have one question that I've been waiting all this time to ask.
Okay, go ahead, Dusty. You go ahead.
I just want clarification on when Hitman's gonna be.
So Hitman is going to start on I think I just said the 20. What did I say, guys? The 22nd?
22nd.
Yep, the 22nd. It's a Monday. Now, I will go, like I said, we'll have a Hitman meeting. I'm going to have signups. And for those of you that want to partake in Hitman, we will have a meeting before that. It'll probably be the weekend before. And then that way you guys can decide if it's something that you do want to participate in. It will be ran very similar to the way it was run the last run, because that was our most successful Hitman ever. But it is going to be one of those things where you're going to be required to be active and in game daily. So it's nothing worse than waiting on your person to come on and they never come on. So definitely we'll have a talk about it, and I'll be putting up some signups. So Gigi, did that answer your question, Dusty?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Did anyone else have any very specific questions to the meeting?
No, I've got something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
If anyone wants a prize skin made for them, then I'm open to make some for people.
Okay, yeah, we actually have, like I said, we have quite a few players that make skins. So just keep your eye out. If you see someone posting saying, "Can somebody make me a pride skin?" then offer it. Yeah, just send them a, just say, "Hey guys, I can do that." So, all right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yep, and Amoodle makes
that's me done.
So yeah, a few of you guys make pride skins or make skins in general. We've got a
If
very
you're desperate, I can make a skin if you're that desperate.
We seriously have a very talented group of players, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to add that new channel, because seeing you guys showcase your art and your music and all the talent that you guys have, it's pretty incredible. Yeah, anything that we have multiple people talking over each other. Just stop. So, and that you guys that can be included to things like photography. Obviously I couldn't list everything out in that little, tiny little area I could type in. So photography, music, if you play the guitar and you want to record yourself playing the guitar, post it. If you're really good at writing, let's say you write short stories, post it. Anything that you guys are proud of that expresses yourself in an artistic or creative way, that's what that channel's for. Okay.
Maybe we should rename the channel to express yourself. The Express Yourself channel. Maybe that's what it should be.
I don't want it to be like it just really needs to stick to. We have, like I said, we have the live channel, we have some of the other channels. This one is really focused towards the arts. It's kind of like your arts. If there's something that you do in that sense, absolutely post it in there. Otherwise, life or autism or really quickly, one last real quick thing regarding live channel. You guys are doing great with it, but let's really remember that the live channel is there for the positives as well. I don't want the live channel to become a source of just hard stuff. Please post good stuff. If you're having a great day and you just want people to know that, post it. If something good happened to a friend and you're so proud of them, post it. post the positive as well to give it a little bit of balance. I can honestly say sometimes the live channel is very hard because it is often because we all have hard things we're going through right now. And of course, when you have everybody having hard things at once, it can be a little overwhelming. So, if possible, guys, try to post some good things that are going on as well as the hard things. And then, two, you guys know the rule: absolutely no talking about anything regarding like violence, and that does include what's happening here in the U.S. right now. So, it's just a flat no, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just how we have to do to keep everyone okay.
The
So,
ongoing pandemic.
pandemic is only to be talked about in the pandemic channel. In the channel, it has to stay in there. We have a lot of players that have that channel muted for that specific reason. So, yeah, a lot of you do. A lot of you. So, all right, guys. Well, this was a great meeting. So, thank you all for coming. In about 5 minutes,
I have
we'll
a
do the
question.
wither fight. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So in the creative channel, creativity channel,
Mhm.
creative corner,
Mhm.
but that's what my jam called it. I'm calling it creative corner myself. But can I post engineering stuff that I'm working on?
Engineer, like something that you made, like a model or something. Yeah, absolutely. Things like that go in there. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What channel?
It's the one right now. It's currently named Art, Poems, and Music, but I think we'll change it to something else. So
Creative corner. I like that name.
Can I put something like screenshots of my VR project?
yeah, absolutely. As long as it's like I said, as long as it's in the arts field, yes, and something like that is art because that's gaming. You're creating something. So absolutely.
Can we
All right.
change it to fine arts?
Actually, we have so many people suggesting stuff. I think we're just going to. I'm probably going to go to the admins and we'll do that. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's not going to be fair that somebody picks something and someone else wants something else. And when we only had 20 players, it was easier to do that. Now we have a lot of players. So, so anyway, we'll do that. So, all right, guys, go get your gear. Let's do a wither fight. Let's meet in the carnival arena, which is, I believe, all the way upstairs.
Dude, I can't do it. But for some reason on
Have fun,
ACO,
guys. I'm outta here.
For some reason only when I'm the Minecraft instance for some reason doesn't like me on ACO. My game always crashes.
Then you might want to learn to just use default launcher because it seems like yours is really causing
he's
issues
sad.
all around the like in multiple areas. You guys, I can't help it if you, and it doesn't make sense why you can get on AC and not ACO. Like that doesn't make sense. So I think you might want to look at your launcher or something.
I'm happy. I have pizza.
Well, my launcher works fine.
Flex.
So
yeah, Dusty's not ever complained of issues, and I think he's
Dusty uses the same launcher as I do, so I just have to do a fresh reinstall. I think.
Yeah, that's
Hey
kind of.
guys.
What?
You have fun. You have fun with the wither fight.
Okay. Yep, we are.
Great.
So, all right, guys. So we will see you. So thank you for coming. Dusty, did you want to do your outro?
yes.
Okay, go
Thank you all for watching my video. This has been Dusty Circuit at ACO Player of the Month. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for what's next to come on my channel. And peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Bye.
So, okay, guys. Bye.
All right.